What is going on, everybody? It's Captain Blue Shell coming to you guys today to discuss our new adventures in terms of bush trips. What are bush trips? Like, what is the deal with bush trip? I feel like I'm like Jerry Seinfeld asking that question at a comedy bit. What is the deal with bush trips? Somebody help me, George, help me. I have no idea, Jerry, no idea. It's gonna be an interesting activity to discover and go through. And to answer that question of what bush trips are, they're basically just that. They are trips through the bush of the roads less traveled. Actually, no roads traveled, because they usually don't have any roads connecting to that location. Usually flights and airplanes are the only way to get in and out, to access the area itself. And so you are basically out in the middle of nowhere flying a plane to get to your destination. And that brings us to a very interesting topic, because on your bush trip, you will get either no or very little GPS and help in terms of maps. So you can basically study the map beforehand. Some of your planes might have GPSs, some of them don't have GPSs at all. So what you're going to do is that you're basically going to be using a compass, from what I understand, to get to your destination. But each one of these, the activities themselves, usually take about, I think it was 7 hours, I thought that I read. It seems like a very long flight, but basically each one of these are divvied up into smaller segments. So basically it's just a few minutes from segment to segment until you reach your final destination, which is also a movie franchise, but we're not talking about that because that movie franchise absolutely sucks. So for example, Rijeka to Santorini, I'm probably mispronouncing that. I am sorry. I super apologize. It shows you the distance of each leg here on the right. And so it's about 21 minutes, 27 minutes, 26 minutes, goes all the way down, and there are 16 legs in total. So from Rijeka to Santorini, you're basically going through each point, but basically it's where you start and where you end up at. Fortunately, our very first one is a Cessna 172, which I do believe has a GPS in it. So you're kind of starting out really easy with the GPS, and then they get, I wouldn't say more difficult, but it's just because of the fact that you don't have a GPS with you, I believe, for the rest of the bush flights. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially the spirit of the bush flight itself. It's getting out into the wilderness, the great beyond, and just kind of getting lost. Well, not getting lost. You don't want to get lost. But essentially getting back on track towards your destination into the wild. Like we said, the great, vast, beautiful unknown. And just like here, as we lift up off into this beautiful forested area, man, just look around. This is absolutely fantastic. And I mean, this is essentially what we can look forward to in, you know, bush flights. This is basically bush trip territory. Like I said, little to no access of roads. Speaking of which, there's one down there. But you're basically going to research facilities, or basically maybe businesses or places that observe wildlife, that they wouldn't want roads or anything, you know, to congest it over there, or to mess or, you know, affect the wildlife at all whatsoever. Personally, I feel it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be super relaxing, super calming, and just an escape and retreat that we need, that I need from work every day. And it's nice to be able to just kind of navigate on your own. You know, just to kind of follow that compass and know, you know, where you're heading, but at the same time, just getting lost in all of this beauty. And I mean, guys, I am just super excited, super stoked for these adventures, and I hope you guys are too. Hope you guys can go ahead and fly with me, so definitely follow, like, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next beautiful bush trip adventure. It's Captain Blue Shell. I'm out.